Good afternoon, I'm Steve Lacey.
And I'm Natasha Verma. We're following breaking news out of Orange County, New York, where a passenger bus carrying high school students has crashed down an embankment on I-84 in Wawayanda. Here's the latest that we know. We know at least one person is dead, dozens injured, with at least 43 passengers taken off the bus and transported to local hospitals. The bus was carrying students and parents from Farmingdale High School on Long Island on its way to band camp in Greeley, Pennsylvania. New York State Police are setting up a reunification center for families at SUNY, Orange, and Middletown. Jody Goldberg is live in Farmingdale with the very latest. Jody, you were able to talk to a couple of students as well.
Yeah, we spoke to a few students. Many of these students around 7th, 8th period started hearing about what had happened, and a few of them not even believing what happened, almost thinking it was a joke until they realized this was in fact happening. Just a lot of different things are happening here as many emotional parents are showing up at this scene to look for their loved ones. Now, I just want to point out injured students from bus 1 are going to that reunification center that you mentioned where they'll meet their parents, and then buses 2 through 6. There were a total of 6 buses going from here in Farmingdale up to Greeley, Pennsylvania, and they crashed when they meaning the first bus overturned when they were about 34 miles from Greeley, and now the buses 2 through 6 will absolutely be making their way back down here, and they will be meeting parents behind Farmingdale School, where there will be a reunification center. Students will also have the opportunity to speak with grief counselors. We're told all sports practices were canceled for the high school. We spoke with many freshmen who are just standing outside, really in disbelief of what happened.
The bus was a bunch of freshmen. We're all freshmen. We're just praying for the best right now.
Were they going to Pine Forest?
Yeah, they were on a band field trip.
And how long were they going for?
They're coming back on Sunday.
And what did they do there?
I think it was just a band field trip, and they were all hanging out and stuff up there. Very sad right now.
Some people were missing at first, but a lot of them got found, and they went to...
And 5 people are in critical condition, and they were taken photos.
Were they your friends? Did you know them? Did you have classes?
Yeah, one of our closest friends, she has to get stitches on the side of her face.
Everything's like cut and blood and everywhere.
I think people were sending pictures, and they all have blood all over their faces.
I mean, the pictures really look like an early Halloween that just isn't so funny for these students. And before I was talking, I got a little distracted. Behind me was a black Sprinter van that was actually making its way up to Orange County. That parents were inside, and they'll be meeting with their children. A few other things I want to point out. The superintendent of Farmingdale High School and the district is up there already. We're also told that Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman will be speaking up there at 6 o'clock tonight.
Jody, so I guess that sort of solves the issue of the fact that everyone on that bus was from Farmingdale High. It wasn't like this was a Greyhound bus they hopped on. Everyone left specifically from that school. You mentioned there were 6 buses in total. The first bus was the one that crashed. We heard from one of the students you spoke to said it was a group of freshmen going to band camp. We've seen articles on the camp's website that they had big groups, 300 members of the band in the past. So what more can you tell us, if anything, about the people on that bus that crashed?
These were passionate members of the band who go up to band camp every single year, and if you say that they were freshmen, which they were, you could even argue maybe this was their first trip. They were excited. This is where they wanted to be. It was a beautiful day. They were leaving today. It's a Thursday. They were set to come back on a Sunday, and they didn't even make it. Many of them so shaken up by what happened, and it's just, absolutely a parent's worst nightmare to get that call. Many different notifications going on throughout the district to keep these parents informed, but obviously, as you can imagine, some still showing up at the district asking what's going on.
Absolutely heartbreaking. We're looking at images of that crash. At one point, first responders were seen using ropes in this rescue. I know it's early in the investigation, which is ongoing, and there's limited information, Jody, but any idea of how this happened? Was speed a factor? Any idea of what could have happened?
Covering their entire
I wish I had those answers. As you said, it's still very early on in the investigation. Hopefully, as it unfolds, we'll learn more. But right now, more questions than answers as people just try to piece it together. What happened? Again, one of 6. This was the first of the 6 buses that just overturned as they were going up to band camp.
Appreciate it. All right, as you see on the bottom of your screen, 1 person dead, 43 hurt, all left from Farmingdale High School on the way to band camp in the Poconos. Jody, we appreciate it. We'll check back in with you at 5.